Good evening. So we are going to be making a simple tote bag. There are a lot of mistakes we always make on simple tote bag making. So for purpose of this video, I'm not going to I'm not going to square my pattern. I'm going to use this square ruler to square the pattern. So let's say we want our tote bag to be 12.5 inches wide and 12.5 inches high. You can always go wider and higher, but it is the same principle that I'm going to show you. First, we make a square. So 12.5 inches, the midway point should be 6.25. We make a mark on 6.25, and we also make a mark on 6.25 below. With our straight ruler, we're going to make a line across. We're going to make a line across. Now, this is our square right there. Let me make that more. Let me print out the lines, make it more visible. So this is the very first step. Bring that closer so we can see it. So this is the very first step. So the next point will be to add our gussets and the bottom. In this case, we want our tote bag to be 5.5 inches deep. So we're going to add 3 inches on this end. We're going to add 3 inches on this side. Let's just make that all the way to the bottom. And we're going to add 3 inches on this other side, the left side and the right side. Then in the bottom, we're going to add another 3 inches. Bottom line, we have to draw that all the way to the end, and we're going to draw that all the way to this bottom line on this side also, all the way to this bottom line. Okay, so we'll start our cutting. I'm going to be using both a rotary cutter and a knife. Cut all the way. If you are not as skilled with a knife, it's always good to use a straight ruler. So, on this end, I will still use my rotary cutter. On this end, I will still use so. This is what we have. So, the next step will be to demarcate our gussets and bottom. We'll make that cut, and that. Both sides. This is what we have now. So, remember, we said our tote bag is going to be 5 inches deep. We went ahead and made a 3-inch gusset on both sides and a 3-inch gusset on the bottom. Reason being, we're going to have a 1/2 inch seam on both sides. 1/2 inch. On this side, 1/2 inch. On the bottom, another 1/2 inch. So we have 2.5 on both sides and 2.5 on the bottom. So this, you're going to cut out 2 pieces of this from your leather. So at this stage, you can go ahead and mark out how high you want your handles to be from the top. In this case, let's do 3/4 of an inch. So we make a 3/4 line. Now, if you want to use a G-ring keeper to hold your handle, this is the time to do that. If you want to stitch your handle directly on the body of your bag, this is also the time to do that. Okay, we want, for instance, if you want your handles to be 6 inches apart, this ruler is 6 inch by 24 inch. So I'm going to place this ruler at my 3-inch line on the middle line. So in event we have 3 inches on this side and we have 3 inches on this side. We make a line on both sides. Now our handle is 6 inches apart. Now, if we're going to be making a strap handle, you decide how wide you want your strap handle to be, and the strap handle drop, that is how long you want your strap handle to be. Drop is the distance between your handle and the top of your bag. That is the drop measurement. So let's say we want our handles to be 1 inch. So from this line, where we will place our ruler at the 1 inch mark and draw another line on both sides. Then, how deep you want your handles to be on the bag, the length that you're going to stitch your handles to the bag at the bottom. In this case, we are going to make that 1.5. You can use any tool to round off the edge if you want to. let's really put that on the line. Now, if you're working with Vechtan leather, you can go ahead and mark your stitching holes. You can go ahead and calculate, mark your stitching holes. You can go ahead and do that at this point. For purpose of this video, I am just eyeballing it. But it is always good to use whatever tool that you have. So you can go ahead and mark your stitching holes just like that. Also, if you want to put an overlay pocket, you can mark that out. Let's make the overlay pocket 1.5 inch from the end of our strap. From the side of the bag, let's make it 2.25 inch. So what I did, I placed my ruler 2.25 inch on this line. This marks the edge of our bag, both sides, and this is the bottom. So I'll also do that on this side, 2.25 inch. We also determine how high we want our pocket from the bottom of our bag. This is the bottom line. Let's do 2.25 inch. So it's going to look like this, and you can go ahead and design your pocket whichever way you want it to be. Now, I have had several questions from leather crafters. Now, I have had questions from leather crafters. Why is it that after making a tote, there is this V shape on the sides? Like in this bag right here, you can clearly see the V shapes. The V shape, you can clearly see it on both sides. On this other bag, you can clearly see the V shape on this side and on this side. So it's a simple trick to avoid that. And this is how you do it. You will have to reduce your gusset. You have to reduce your gusset on this side and on this side to make sure that everything is balanced. You will either divide this, you score. We are not cutting all the way through, just deep enough so we can fold it. Just deep enough so what I do here, I think there's a slight mistake here. This is 12 and a half, so this line was supposed to be at 6 1/4. So let's not use this. So what you do is the same. You can measure 1.5 or 1 1/4 inch. Do a mark, and on this side 1 1/4 inch. Let's just do 1.5, and on this side you also do 1.5. Then you will cut from your 1.5 mark to the bottom. And from your 1.5 mark, you also cut to the bottom. Now, your gusset at the top of your bag is going to be 2 inches wide. That is the way to kind of box this. One way to kind of box this. And another way is you leave your pattern as it was without cutting it like this. You leave your pattern as it was, and you will use stiffeners to reinforce the bag. So if you use stiffeners to reinforce the bag, this end is gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. So you will avoid this V shape. If you don't want to do that, this is the way to go about it. So what we're going to do is, on our next live video, we're going to build up this bag on our next live video, and that will be coming up tomorrow. Once again, if you are new to our channel, I am Peter. I am with Promega Leather. Please subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell so whenever we are up live, you are chanced to get the video when we are live. You are a chance to watch what we're doing. We're gonna be making a whole lot of different bags. We're gonna be making crossbody bags like this one. We're going to be making shoulder bags, totes, satchels. We're going to be making briefcases like this one. We're going to be making briefcases, and also we're going to be making belts. We're going to be making belts like this ones, exotic belts. So please subscribe. Hit the notification bell, like the video, share to other leather crafters, and let's pass the skills on. Thanks for watching. Until our next video, remain blessed and peace.